Hi, and welcome back to my Excel VBA series. This time we're going to actually start looking at the VBA itself, and we're going to start writing the code from scratch. And we're going to do some very simple things in VBA. And the first thing we're going to do is a message box, which is something that you write. You might have seen these in Excel, you may have seen error messages, and we're going to write a message box in the code to give a message to the user. And obviously we could then have some kind of thing, some kind of event which triggers this box appearing, like an error, for example. First of all, we're going to go into the code window, and remember you can get this code window from the developer tag and Visual Basic, or just Alt F11, or if you have it open already, just click on it down here. I'm going to maximize this window. Now what we want to do is, on this book that we're on, this is where we want the message box to appear. So in this book, we need to add a module. So this is inserting a new module, and you'll notice that it puts it down here, module 1, and it starts off. So what I'm going to do first of all is rename module 1 message box. And over here, what we're going to do is we're going to give this subroutine a name. So I'm going to call it my message, and just open and close like that. But we do need to not just call it my message, we need to start off by telling Excel that this is actually a subroutine. So sub my message, and no spaces there. And then when I press enter, it knows that's a subroutine, so it automatically goes to end sub. Now what I'm going to do is inside there, I just added a couple of extra line spaces and then popped up one and tabbed inwards, just to make it easier to read the code. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to tell Excel to produce a message box. So MsgBox and space, and now what it does, it comes up and says, well, what do you want to go in this message box? So what is the prompt? In other words, what is the message itself? And because this is going to be text, I need to put it in quotes. So hello world. And now if I do comma, it says what kind of message box do you want? And if I come down and say VB critical, and now the title, and this is what comes at the top of the box. So I'm just going to type in title, but again that needs to be in quotes because it is text. And now there are a variety of other things we can put in here as well, but because they're in those square brackets, they're actually optional. So I'm not actually going to bother putting any of them in. Yeah. You'll notice that some things have been automatically capitalized, like MSG, so the capital M, capital B, and the C for critical. Even though I didn't type them in uppercase, they've automatically capitalized. So this, when it runs, it will produce that message box. Now remember, the easy way to run the subroutine is that little button there. So I just simply click on that, run, pops up with a message box. There's the title, where it says title, and here is my message itself. The type of message box that pops up is a critical, in other words it's a stop message, and it's an OK only. So I click OK, and it's done that subroutine. So I could do my message box with whatever options I wanted in there, and just click on run, and it comes up with my message box. Okay, so that's just a very short video, and that's on creating a message box. The syntax is fairly easy. I hope this has been useful, and again, if you have any questions or any specific VBA videos that you want me to record, do just pop a question down below and I'll be happy to help. Thank you for listening.